What's up guys, Ammar here, and in this video I have the review of Tony Northrup photography buying guide. Guys, if you are new in this channel, I have unboxing and reviews for the latest technology gears and gadgets, photography, videography tips, camera reviews and gaming, so consider to subscribe. In my free time after work and in the weekends, I read a lot about photography and videography from different sources, books and magazines. And recently I purchased Tony Northrup photography buying guide, and in this review guys we will talk about this book in details, and I'm sharing my feedback about Tony Northrup photography buying guide. Tony Northrup and his wife Chelsea, they are running one of the best photography channels on YouTube. I will keep links for their channel somewhere in this video and in the description below. Definitely you need to check their channel if you are into photography, because they are talking about cameras, lenses, reviews, comparisons between different cameras, and they are sharing a lot of photography tips. You need to check their channel. It is one of the best photography channels on YouTube. Now for Tony Northrup photography buying guide. In this book guys, Tony, he is trying to make your life easy as photographer. He is giving recommendations for every type of photography, for sports photography, for wildlife, for portraits, for landscape, just every type of photography. And he is talking to all types of photographers. If you are just starting, he's giving recommendations for low budget, and if you are professional, he is giving recommendations for the best gears to get, the best cameras, the best lenses, tripods, LEDs, just everything you need in photography. He is giving recommendation for it, and he is explaining why you need to get such gears. By getting his book, it's like you are getting all his experience, because it's clear that in this book he put all his experience after he tested and tried all these gears in the past years. So I really enjoyed his book, and it's very clear how much this guy is experienced into photography, and it's clear how much efforts he managed to put in this book. And believe me guys, if you will get his book, you will save a lot of money into photography. If you are into photography and you want to buy a new camera, and instead of going and grab any camera from the shops, by reading his book first, you will get the camera that's correct for you. So instead of getting expensive camera, you don't need it, camera that is not for you, by reading his book you will get the camera that is fit your needs. Because in his book he will explain exactly what camera you should get based on your level of photography, based on what type of shooting you are going to do. So it is definitely one of the best photography books I ever saw, talking about photography gears. Like anything in the world, nothing is perfect, and I have some comments on Tony Northrup photography buying guide. The first comment is, I did not saw any recommendations or talk about camcorders for videos. In his book, in some sections, he recommended some cameras for video. If you are a photographer and you want to shoot some short clips, and if you are a photographer and you want also to shoot some videos, he managed to recommend some cameras like the Panasonic GH3, GH4 and GH5, and he recommended the Sony mirrorless cameras as well, the Sony AX53 and the AX53, and even the Sony A7S. And also he managed to recommend some DSLRs like the Canon 70D and the 80D DSLRs with the Canon dual pixel autofocus. I believe all the cameras he managed to talk about capable cameras of shooting amazing videos, but with limitations, from recording limit to the focus system with the Panasonic cameras, to the limitations of a DSLR like with the 70D and the 80D. There is a lot of limitations when it comes to mirrorless cameras and DSLRs for video. Because of this, I made one video, my top 12 reasons why I don't use DSLRs for video, and you can check this video using this link. Also, I will keep link for that video in the description below. For me, my recommendation is still to get video camera, camcorder for video, because these cameras designed and made for video, while most of the DSLRs and mirrorless cameras designed and made for photography. So when it comes to video, there is a lot of limitations with DSLRs and mirrorless cameras. Now for the second comment, I believe Tony in the coming release or the coming update of his book, he should talk more about storage options for photographers. He managed to talk about this already in the current version, but I believe he should talk more and in details about storage options for photographers. For example, how photographers can back up their footage on the field. There is a lot of solutions, for example, like the Western Digital My Passport wireless. This drive, you can use it on the field to back up your footage, to make sure that you are taking copy of your footage, of your photos to this drive. So if something happened to your memory cards, still you have another copy. This is one part. And the second part, which is the important one, I believe, is how photographers can store their data. Now, if you are into photography and videography and you are shooting on regular basis, you will notice that you are getting big files, huge files, and you need to take backup of these files. You need to maintain these files and to make sure that these files always in one place, and you are taking backup of these files, and these files just secured in this place. And to do this, you need to start using storage solutions. With Tony, in one of his videos in YouTube, I saw him installing some drives in his desktop machine. So maybe he built desktop machine with 32 terabytes or 40 terabytes. Yes, this is good. But this solution, you cannot take it to the next level. You cannot increase the storage capacity because you will be limited by the number of slots in your desktop. So if you want to go to bigger storage solution, more advanced storage solution, you need to look for something like QNAP storage solutions. So I believe Tony should look into one of QNAP solutions, QNAP NAS solutions, because these solutions really can expand easily and it can go to massive storage space, maybe 100 terabytes or 200 terabytes of storage. This is very important for professional photographers and videographers. For comment number 3, I can see some new companies entering the world of photography and photography accessory world, like Godox. Now Godox, guys, it is Chinese brand providing some photography accessories like speed lights, strobes, LEDs, modifiers, and wireless triggers. I believe in the next version of Tony Northrup Photography Buying Guide, we should see some recommendations for Godox. And I can see a lot of professional photographers start using Godox products, from speed lights to strobes to wireless triggers. It's very important to talk about such companies. For comment number 4 and the last comment, in some videos, Tony, he said that he is Windows guy. And in his book also, he is saying it clearly, I am Windows guy. But I believe Tony should look to the Mac as well. Maybe he should start using Mac computers as second system or backup system if he still prefers to use Windows. But he should use Mac as well, because I believe Mac computers, one of the best investments photographer can make. And we should talk about Mac computers when it comes for photography and videography, because it is part of the workflow of the photographer. So if we want to recommend to photographer to buy computer, we should give him options for Mac and for Windows as well. My recommendation, guys, for every photographer, anyone into photography, he should look to Tony Northrup Photography Buying Guide. Why? Because in this book, guys, I can see Tony, he managed to talk about almost everything related to photography, and he explained why. He is explaining why you should get this camera, why you should get this lens, why you should get this microphone, why you should get this LED setup or strobes. It is really one of the best books into photography when it comes to which gears to buy. And I highly recommend to get the Kindle version, which is just $9. If you will go with your friend to Starbucks, maybe you will spend more. In the description below, guys, I will keep link for Tony Northrup Photography Buying Guide. So if you decide to get it, make sure to get it using the link below. Read it, enjoy it, and I'm sure if you are going to buy new gear, if you will read Tony Northrup Photography Buying Guide, you can make your decision easily. Thanks, guys, for watching this video. Please don't forget to hit the like button for me if you like this video. Share the video if you want to share, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to get notification every time when I'm sharing a new video, and I will see you all in the next video.